Emotional intimacy is an essential part of our lives, but it can also be one of the scariest things we ever experience. Being vulnerable and opening up to someone else can be difficult, especially if we've been hurt in the past. However, emotional intimacy is crucial for building strong and healthy relationships, regardless of whether we're talking about romantic relationships or friendships. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that provides us with some insights on how we can overcome our fear of emotional intimacy and build deep and meaningful connections with others. Let's explore some of the key Stoic principles that can help us to conquer our fear of emotional intimacy and become more comfortable with vulnerability. Whether you're struggling to open up to someone new or you're looking to deepen your existing relationships, this video will provide you with valuable insights and practical tips to help you on your journey. Emotional intimacy in relationships. Emotional intimacy is the foundation of strong and fulfilling relationships. It goes beyond just physical attraction or shared interests. It is about truly connecting with your partner on a deeper level. In today's fast-paced and digital world, where superficial connections are prevalent, nurturing emotional intimacy has become more important than ever. When we talk about emotional intimacy, we mean the ability to be vulnerable, open, and authentic with your partner. It is about creating a safe space where both individuals can express their true thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment or rejection. This level of intimacy allows for a sense of trust and understanding to flourish, strengthening the bond between two people. Emotional intimacy is crucial because it lays the groundwork for effective communication. When you feel emotionally connected to your partner, you are more likely to communicate openly and honestly. This, in turn, leads to better conflict resolution, a deeper understanding of each other's needs and desires, and an overall healthier and more satisfying relationship. Furthermore, emotional intimacy fosters empathy and compassion. When you are intimately connected to your partner, you are more attuned to their emotions, and you can offer support and understanding in times of difficulty. This creates a sense of security and reassurance, knowing that you have someone who truly understands and cares for you. It is important to note that emotional intimacy is not something that develops overnight. It requires time, effort, and a willingness to be vulnerable. It also requires active listening, empathy, and a genuine interest in your partner's emotional well-being. By prioritizing emotional intimacy in your relationship, you create a solid foundation that can weather any storm and bring you closer together. Overcoming fear through self-awareness. Overcoming fear is a powerful journey that requires self-awareness and acceptance. When it comes to emotional intimacy, fear can often be a significant barrier that holds us back from forming deep and meaningful connections with others. However, by cultivating a sense of self-awareness and practicing acceptance, we can gradually conquer this fear and open ourselves up to the possibility of authentic emotional intimacy. Self-awareness is the foundation upon which personal growth is built. It involves being honest with ourselves about our fears, insecurities, and past experiences that may have shaped our mindset around emotional intimacy. Taking the time to reflect on these aspects allows us to better understand the root causes of our fears and how they have influenced our behavior in relationships. Once we have gained self-awareness, the next step is to practice acceptance. Acceptance involves acknowledging our fears without judgment or self-criticism. It is important to remember that fear is a natural response, and it does not define who we are. By accepting our fears, we can create space for growth and transformation. One effective technique for overcoming fear through self-awareness and acceptance is journaling. Writing down our thoughts, feelings, and experiences can provide valuable insights into our fears surrounding emotional intimacy. Journaling allows us to explore these fears in a safe and non-judgmental space, enabling us to gain a deeper understanding of ourselves. Additionally, seeking support from trusted friends, family members, or a therapist can be immensely helpful in overcoming fear. Sharing our fears and vulnerabilities with someone we trust can provide a sense of validation and reassurance. They can offer guidance, encouragement, and perspective, empowering us to confront and conquer our fears. Remember, the journey of conquering fear is not a linear process. It takes time, patience, and practice. However, by cultivating self-awareness, practicing acceptance, and seeking support, we can gradually chip away at the barriers that hinder emotional intimacy. Ultimately, embracing vulnerability and forging deeper connections with others can lead to a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Embracing vulnerability as a strength. In a world that often prioritizes strength and resilience, vulnerability is often seen as a weakness. However, Stoic philosophy offers a refreshing perspective on embracing vulnerability as a strength. Stoicism teaches us that true strength lies in our ability to acknowledge and accept our vulnerabilities. By embracing our vulnerabilities, we open ourselves up to deeper emotional connections and foster meaningful relationships. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we invite others to do the same. It is through this openness that emotional intimacy can thrive. By sharing our fears, insecurities, and struggles with others, we create a space for empathy and understanding. Embracing vulnerability also allows us to cultivate a sense of authenticity. When we are willing to show our true selves, flaws and all, we demonstrate a genuine and sincere presence. This authenticity builds trust and strengthens the bonds we have with others. It is important to note that embracing vulnerability does not mean we should be reckless or expose ourselves to harm. Instead, it is about finding a balance between being open and protecting ourselves. It requires discernment and self-awareness to determine when it is appropriate to be vulnerable. By recognizing vulnerability as a strength, we can overcome the fear that often holds us back from experiencing true emotional intimacy. Through the lens of Stoic insights, we can learn to embrace vulnerability as an essential part of our journey towards deeper connections and personal growth. Developing trust and communication skills. Developing trust and communication skills is essential when it comes to conquering the fear of emotional intimacy. Without trust, it becomes challenging to open up and share our deepest emotions and vulnerabilities with another person. Similarly, effective communication is vital in creating a safe and supportive environment for emotional intimacy to flourish. Building trust starts with being reliable and consistent in our actions. It means honoring our commitments, being honest and transparent, and showing empathy and understanding towards our partner's feelings and experiences. Trust is a foundation that allows individuals to feel secure and comfortable in expressing their emotions without the fear of judgment or rejection. Furthermore, communication is key in fostering emotional intimacy. It is not just about expressing our thoughts and feelings, but also actively listening to our partner. This involves being fully present, giving our undivided attention, and seeking to understand their perspective without interrupting or making assumptions. Developing effective communication skills also involves being able to express oneself assertively and honestly while being respectful and considerate of our partner's feelings. It means using I statements to express our emotions and needs instead of resorting to blame or criticism. Additionally, active and empathetic listening helps create a space where both partners feel heard and validated. Working on trust and communication skills requires patience, practice, and a willingness to be vulnerable. It involves creating a safe and non-judgmental space where both partners can share their thoughts, fears, and desires openly. By developing these skills, individuals can overcome their fear of emotional intimacy and experience deeper connections and fulfillment in their relationships. 7. Practicing empathy and active listening. Practicing empathy and active listening are essential components in conquering the fear of emotional intimacy. When engaging in deep, meaningful conversations, It is crucial to cultivate empathy towards the other person's feelings and perspectives. Empathy allows us to step into their shoes and genuinely understand their experiences, fostering a deeper connection and trust. Active listening goes hand in hand with empathy, as it involves fully focusing on the other person and actively absorbing what they are saying. This means not just hearing the words, but also paying attention to their body language, tone of voice, and emotion. By practicing active listening, we demonstrate our sincere interest in the other person's thoughts and emotions, making them feel valued and understood. To actively listen, it is important to refrain from interrupting or imposing our own judgments and opinion. Instead, create a safe and non-judgmental space where the other person feels comfortable expressing themselves openly. Paraphrasing and reflecting back what they have shared can also be helpful, as it shows that we are actively engaged in the conversation and seeking to understand them on a deeper level. By practicing empathy and active listening, we not only enhance our ability to connect with others emotionally, but also create an environment conducive to the development of stronger and more intimate relationships. These skills allow us to overcome the fear of emotional intimacy and experience the profound joys of genuine human connection. Recognizing the benefits of emotional intimacy. Emotional intimacy is a powerful force that can bring immense benefits to our lives. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable and open up to others on an emotional level, we create a deep connection that goes beyond surface-level interaction. This kind of intimacy allows us to truly understand and be understood by another person, fostering a sense of trust and closeness that is unparalleled. One of the key benefits of emotional intimacy is the opportunity for personal growth. When we let someone in and share our innermost thoughts and feelings, we invite them to see us for who we truly are. In this process, we also gain a deeper understanding of ourselves. Through this self-reflection and self-discovery, we can identify areas for improvement, confront our fears and insecurities, and work towards becoming the best version of ourselves. Emotional intimacy also plays a crucial role in building and maintaining healthy relationships. When we have emotional closeness with someone, it strengthens the bond between us. We feel a sense of security, knowing that we have someone we can rely on and confide in. This creates a safe space for both partners to express their needs, desires, and concerns, leading to effective communication and problem solving. In turn, this fosters a sense of harmony and connection within the relationship, embracing emotional intimacy for a fulfilling life. Emotional intimacy is a vital aspect of our human experience, yet it often remains elusive due to fear, past traumas, or societal expectation. However, embracing emotional intimacy can greatly contribute to a fulfilling and meaningful life. By cultivating emotional intimacy, we allow ourselves to truly connect with others on a deeper level. It is through vulnerable and authentic sharing of our emotions, thoughts, and experiences that we build trust, understanding, and empathy. In these moments of intimacy, we create bonds that are profound and long-lasting. Conquering the fear of emotional intimacy requires a shift in mindset. Stoic philosophy offers valuable insights in this regard. Stoics believed in the importance of living a virtuous life and practicing self-discipline. They recognized that true happiness comes from within and is not dependent on external circumstances. Applying Stoic principles to emotional intimacy, we can begin by acknowledging and accepting our own emotions. By embracing our vulnerability, we open ourselves up to the possibility of deeper connections. This involves letting go of the fear of rejection or judgment and being willing to show our authentic selves. Additionally, practicing empathy and active listening can greatly enhance emotional intimacy. Stoics emphasize the importance of understanding and compassion towards others. By genuinely listening to others and seeking to understand their perspectives, we create an environment where emotional intimacy can thrive. Embracing emotional intimacy is a courageous and transformative journey. It allows us to experience genuine connections, cultivate empathy, and live a more fulfilling life. By applying Stoic insights and letting go of fear, we can create space for authentic and meaningful relationships that enrich our lives in profound ways. So let us embark on this path, conquer our fears, and embrace the beauty of emotional intimacy. It is natural to feel apprehensive about opening up and being vulnerable with others, but with the Stoic insights shared in this article, you can overcome that fear and cultivate deeper emotional connection. Remember, emotional intimacy is a crucial aspect of human relationships, and by embracing the principles of Stoicism, you can navigate this journey with confidence and authenticity. May your path be filled with meaningful connections and profound emotional growth.